hello, and thanks for joining us for our weekly film show. The glamour of the Cannes Film Festival, the excitement of red carpet premieres, it's all off until further notice because of the coronavirus. But the brains of Hollywood are working on a plan B, a coronavirus-safe red carpet. Solange Mugin has more.
Rolling out the red carpet to the press. The joyful cheers of fans squished in the bandstands. Premiere tents filled to the brim with celebrities and movie buffs. Hollywood traditions that are, for now, a thing of the past. With the coronavirus how to safely but also successfully release a new film has had to quickly be reinvented.
It was about getting a lot of attention and getting big crowds to come together and sharing with as many people as possible to help spread the excitement for the film. We're not going to see that from a gathering standpoint.
A Hollywood party organizer, 1540 Productions, has redesigned the premiere and the awards show experience. To make it safer in a coronavirus world, plexiglass barriers, video link chats with fans, and virtual press junkets have been drawn up. The actual red carpet would be longer and wider, too.
We've created, bypass lanes to where the talent and their publicist or their guest will be the only ones walking the carpet. You won't, you're not going to have the entourages. You're not going to have the hundreds of people on the carpet walking it.
As the Los Angeles film industry looks for alternative ways of jump-starting business again, these new look premieres could be rolled out soon. For Hollywood is having to reinvent how it does business.
Well, we're joined via Skype by our film critic, Lisa Nesselson now. Hello, Lisa. Now, how serious is it for a movie not to have a red carpet premiere, do you think?
Well, there's a lot of existential hand-wringing about how to promote and then judge the year's best film work if the year has been truncated by a deadly virus that in turn seems like something out of a movie. Award ceremonies started way before there was TV, and certainly before most people had a TV set at home. You've almost certainly seen newsreels in black and white of Hollywood premieres in the 30s, 40s, and 50s with the searchlight scanning the sky. And back then, questions from journalists were way more likely to end up on the radio. Now, the entire planet wastes computer server time and power commenting on what celebrities are wearing, and the films themselves could sometimes be collateral damage. Maybe if journalists are, in theory, risking their lives to talk to a star, they'll ask better questions. It will be interesting to see how our idea of glamour evolves. Maybe the luxury brands will make priceless surgical masks, and then the jet set, instead of simply having to have a Birkin bag, will find that designer masks are the must-have accessory.
Well, France has very strict rules about keeping movies off TV and home video until they're been enjoyed in cinemas. Box office figures continue to be strong in France. Last year was the second best year in half a century. And despite the coronavirus, there's still a determination to keep the cinema experience alive. Lisa, tell us more.
Well, the inventors of the 25e heure, the 25th hour, have used modern technology to treat French homes as an extension of a specific movie theater. They bill it as the nation's first virtual cinema. It's not video on demand, but video by appointment. Viewers must live within a certain radius of the real movie theater that is programming the film and would be selling tickets to real people if the cinemas were not all shut down as a public health measure. So movie theaters all over France are part of this. There are 7 participating here in Paris. You go to their website to see what's playing near you. And the computer runs a little geolocalization test to make sure you're within an authorized distance. The showing is at a fixed time, just like if you go to a real cinema. And people who want to watch a movie buy their ticket online, and then they watch it all at that designated time. After the time-specific screening, you may even be able to participate in a video chat with the filmmakers in a question and answer style.
And why is this superior then to standard video on demand?
Well, because a real movie theater is running the screening. Nobody has broken the rules about how soon a film can be shown on TV or released on DVD. So that means it can be shown in regular theaters when they open again without being penalized by the authorities. And best of all, the proceeds go to the theater, to the filmmakers, to the distributor, as they ordinarily would. Now, most of the participants are independent art houses, so the films in the pool of potential offerings are very good, with a strong selection of offbeat documentaries. There are 2 titles I can recommend without reservation. The documentary, The Sociologist and the Bear Cub, uses puppets brilliantly to tackle the nationwide upheaval back in 2012-2013 when there were massive protests against a bill legalizing same-sex marriage, a ceremony hundreds of French mayors said that they would refuse to perform. And Marona's Fantastic Tale is a stupendously bittersweet feature animation by Romania's incredibly talented Ankadamia about a dog who ends up with different owners in the course of an eventful life.
Well, here's a glimpse of Marona's Fantastic Tale.
Chez les chiens, le bonheur, c'est l'inverse de celui des hommes. Nous voulons que les choses demeurent exactement comme elles sont. Les humains, eux, veulent toujours autre chose que ce qu'ils ont.
A film whose career in cinemas was cut short by the pandemic is now available on VOD. Tell us about Vivarium.
Well, this is a perfect movie for the strange times we're living in. In fact, after its premiere in International Critics Week in Cannes a year ago, Lorcan Finnegan, who's an Irish director, his film went on to win the top prize at the Étrange Festival, the Strange Festival here in Paris. And I have to say that the competition to be stranger than thou is always very stiff at the Strange Festival. I have always lived in cities, and I have a mild fear of suburbia, probably because I don't drive. Now, Vivarium is a sci-fi horror movie, and it really gave me the creeps, but in a good way. It starts with fledgling baby birds getting mistreated by a bigger bird, and I think the apt metaphor there is the idea of the nest. Tom, an American gardener, played by Jesse Eisenberg, and Gemma, a school teacher, played by Imogen Poots, are house hunting. One day, they go into a real estate office that is promoting a housing development called Yonder. And the realtor, who's a bit mechanical in his friendly gestures, convinces them to get in their car and drive behind him and follow him to Yonder. Now, we can tell they have the complicity of young lovers, and they figure it won't hurt to look. And what could possibly happen to them if they're together?
Okay, well, let's take a look at Vivarium.
Wait, no, I don't think this is the right way.
Yeah, this is the way we came in.
Number 9 again. Did we just do some kind of loop?
How if we just...
Want me to drive?
Such a jerk.
Because I think this is not possible. We can't make turns like this over and over.
We have gone this way, Tom. Oh my God. Hello?
So this is a bit like the Hotel California. You can check out any time, but you can never leave.
Well, the billboard at the entrance does say quality family homes forever. There's nobody else in sight except Tom and Gemma and the ultra creepy, probably not entirely human boy who's delivered to them in a cardboard box with instructions saying, raise the boy in order to be released. Now, the movie's perfect skies seem like they were lifted from a Magritte painting, and Tom starts digging a hole in the front yard. Gemma sort of wrestles with the maternal instinct that seems to be surfacing toward this very unnerving kid, and the kid watches trippy designs on TV. There are definitely plot developments, but it's the atmosphere that casts a creepy spell. I like this a lot.
Okay, well, American independent filmmaker Mark Rappaport moved to Paris in 2005 from his native New York and has gone on making his unique underground mashups. For the next 7 weeks, the Munich Film Museum is offering a free online retrospective. Tell us more, Lisa.
Well, the great news here is that the films are accessible from everywhere, worldwide, on the Munich Film Museum's Vimeo channel. Rappaport began making movies in the 1970s, and his specialty is reappropriating images from existing movies to tell hidden stories, often with a queer twist, and always with a sly eye toward recalibrating film history. Rock Hudson's Home Movies demonstrates how masculine icon Hudson's homosexuality was hiding in plain sight on the big screen, and from the journals of Gene Seaver steers us to sad, strange places. Sergei, pronounced Sir Gay, as genius Russian filmmaker Sergei Eisenstein joked, finds the queer subtext that I certainly wasn't taught in film school while watching Ivan the Terrible and Battleship Potemkin. Rapaport shares his love for the movies by performing surgery, slicing into them and then surgically repairing the cuts to create something new. The retrospective will offer new films every 3 to 4 days at video.com Film Museum München.
Okay, Lisa, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to leave you now with a glimpse of the director's technique from his film Private Screenings. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe. See you next time.
Ancora non si perdono, e tu le
What do you think?
I hate films.
At France 24, our goal is to follow the news around the world as it develops and keep you informed at all times.
The coronavirus pandemic is hitting us all hard, not just in France, but everywhere. We at France 24 are determined to provide you with reliable and verified information as the world confronts the biggest health crisis for a century.
Wherever we are, however best we can, we're trying our utmost to keep on bringing you the very latest news.
France 24 is on the ground, reporting from the field in English, French, Arabic and Spanish. Keep watching and reading on France24.com.
France 24, our mission is to inform you.
Liberté, égalité, actualité.